All right, the first item I sold this week is another creepy doll head. This one is called Baby Bleeds You Alive, creepy doll head number 2. This was obviously part of the horror block like the other one. Has pretty much the same packaging. This one has a really cool feature though. It has creepy light up eyes. There's some batteries. I think it requires batteries, but I'm not really sure what the light up eyes look like, but I'm pretty sure it probably looks cool. Like I said, if I had an oddity shelf or something, I would definitely keep these and display them, but I don't have room for it. I listed this one for $12.99 bid, $16.99 buy it now. Listed it actually a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks, and it ended up selling on the buy it now for $16.99. So I'm pretty happy that it sold for more than the bid. All right, the next item I sold this week is this WandaVision, available only at Amazon, number 9,693 of 18,500, 6-pin set. It's got Agatha, Wanda, Vision, Pietro. They're all dressed up in their Halloween from the show, the Halloween costumes. But this pin set's pretty awesome. I bought it hoping I could put it up next to my other WandaVision collectibles, but it didn't have a pin, like a hanger tag on it, so it wasn't easy to display with my other stuff. So instead of figuring it out, I was kind of over it once I got it and just was trying to get rid of it. Ending up listing this at $29.99 bid and a $39.99 buy it now. It was listed for a while, then I dropped it down to $23.99, and after a month it finally sold with the bid at $23.99. WandaVision is one of the few collections that my wife and family are into also, so they kind of let me display it out in the living room. So I'm going to show you some of my WandaVision pops and some figures from our collection. Here's some of the pops that I have. The 50s. That's shown at the end of the show. Here's the Pietro Halloween costume, Funko exclusive, and then here's the Wanda and Vision Halloween costumes, and then this is the finale, Scarlet Witch and Vision, Agatha, and then Monica Rambeau, and then I have the Marvel Legends series. But that's our collection of WandaVision stuff. All right, the next item I sold is this Rocket and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Q-Fig. It's kind of like a vinyl figurine. I don't think it moves any. It's not posable, but kind of has a diorama, has a scenery, and then you see Groot is up on his head there. Kind of hard to see. These are some this is a figure I got from Loot Crate. I have a whole bunch of these characters and I have some listed right now, but I mean, they're pretty cool. I kind of go more retro with my comic collection or my comic character collections. So I'm more into like 80s and 90s figures or earlier than the newer stuff. So I'm just kind of clearing out it's definitely some of the subscription stuff that I've had for years. I listed this one at $12.99. The buy it now was $20.99. Ended up selling it for a $12.99 bid after a week. I'm not going to make much money off of it, but it's good to have it gone. The next item I sold is this Jurassic Park 25th anniversary Dennis Nedry and Dilophosaurus, aka Spitter, Funko Pop figures. This is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. This is from the scene in Jurassic Park where Dennis is running through the rain and then he encounters the Spitter, and you can obviously see by his forehead he's already been spat upon. This is a pretty awesome set. I'm glad they put this out as a 2-pack. Honestly, I was surprised at how much this sold for. I mean, it's definitely cool. I have doubles of this. So I actually had these two displayed on my desk at work outside of the box for a while. So this is my duplicate. I listed this on bid for $49.99, and the buy it now was $64.99. And someone hit the buy it now 2 days after for $64.99, and I was pretty surprised. The last item I sold this week is this Spider-Woman Funko Pop. This is actually the original Spider-Woman, created in 1977. I think her name was Jessica Drew. But she was basically a spy for Hydra. I think that's her origin story. And I read that Stan Lee created Spider-Woman so other companies couldn't copyright the name after Spider-Man. He was worried that someone might put out a Spider-Woman and Marvel possibly couldn't do anything about it. It's a pretty cool figure. I'm not super well versed in Spider-Woman, so I didn't really keep it around. I bought this figure actually, I think for $1 outside of a closing, mainly Star Wars store that they sell online auctions now on Facebook. They do live auctions on Facebook now, but yeah, this was out on the $1 on their closing sale when they were closing up the brick and mortar store. But I listed this for the bid at $29.99. The buy it now was $38.99. It was listed for a week, and then at the very end, someone bid the $29.99 and bought it. But that's all the sales for this week. Alright, so I'm going to start out my not for sale showcase with a little setup first. So, Reservation Dogs came out, and it's on FX on Hulu, but pretty cool show. Actually filmed around where I live in Oklahoma. Fun fact, I actually made a short film with one of the co-creators, Sterling Harjo, a few years ago. because I took a class at a college and he was working on the short film back then with me. But so on season 1, episode 6 of Reservation Dogs, it's called Hunting. And so they see this figure in the woods with glowing red eyes. And right when I saw that, it reminded me of something that I had encountered at Bigfoot Fest a few years before that. One of the guys in the audience was talking about this figure that he saw in the woods, and that he actually brought out something to visualize what the creature looked like. And later on that day, I went to a booth, and one of the Native American ladies was selling this figure that the same guy made. And if you've seen episode 6, you will notice that it looked something like this. So when I saw this in the episode and I knew I had this figure at my house, it just really hit home to me like, whoa, this guy, years before this show was even made, was selling these supposed Bigfoot spirit type animals, dolls, at Bigfoot Fest in Honubby, Oklahoma. But it's basically made out of wood. Does have moving arms slightly, and then it has the fur on it and the red eyes. But this is definitely one of my cooler Bigfoot collectibles, and I will not be selling this thing because that guy handmade this. But that's all for this episode, and I will see you next week.